What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be doing something a little bit differently. As you guys saw in the title, I was able to get you guys an interview with the man himself, Litecoin John Kim. He's a really pretty cool, he's actually a really cool dude. He's the bodyguard of Charlie Lee, as you guys know. Hopefully you guys know who that is. I did score you guys an interview with him. I did cover a lot of information. I know the video was slightly long, but I do recommend watching the whole thing. As always, if you're new to the channel and you want to be caught up with all the information going on within the cryptocurrency world, Litecoin finances, current events, do make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content. And the questions that I did ask him was, how did you get involved in cryptocurrency? Because a lot of you guys were wondering that. I also added a bunch of questions that you guys actually wanted me to ask him. So I said, why does John believe in Litecoin? From Sean White. I would like to know if the price of Litecoin is having any effect on the Litecoin developer community. I just saw the recent news on ETC development community throwing in the towel, citing their price lack of funding as the reason. ETC has really tanked on the news as well, of course. That was from Adam Taylor. Then we have Joshua Penrod says, what steps is Litecoin taking to take this great currency to the next level as far as mass adoption and separating itself as the newer coins out there? I then asked him, with all the positive news coming out about crypto, how come we haven't seen it reflect in the price? Where are we? Is the news kindling for the future Litecoin bonfire? And then I also said, how did you get involved in the Litecoin Foundation? So those are the questions that I asked him. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode and enjoy the interview. Busy trip from
what is up, Hayden?
From Washington, D.C. Is that part of like the Litecoin? I was watching what you were posting on your Twitter, so it was pretty cool. So you know, after I sold my house and my business, my wife came to D.C. to live with her parents. Gotcha. So that's where I stopped to spend time with her and my baby. Oh, okay.
I'm always roaming around.
Yeah, that's awesome. One day I will get to travel around. I want to go to the Litecoin Summit though, so far soon. Sometime soon.
Yeah. So 2019, you have to come to the summit.
Oh, without a doubt.
It's going to be epic.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the one last year, but it was like right on the cusp when school started, so I wasn't able to go, but I think next year I'll have a little more leeway, and especially because my channel will be like another year older, I'll have a lot more people and a lot more of the revenue from it to help me to go there, you know? So it'll be pretty interesting though. But I have a bunch of questions that actually people volunteered from my YouTube channel, as well as some that I just made up to give this a little more volume. So you care if I ask you them?
No, I don't want you to ask me.
Okay. Well, here's the first one. So how did you first get involved with crypto? Not Litecoin specifically, but I know that's what you favor, like Litecoin John Kim, but for specifically cryptocurrency as like a whole, because I'm sure you didn't first start with Litecoin, unless you did.
Well, I heard about Bitcoin in 2016, but, you know, I thought it was just internet money. And early 2017, I came home and my wife asked me if I heard of Ethereum, and I asked her if she heard of Bitcoin. So from that day on, because when you're married, you have to agree on certain things before you make a decision. So we both agreed that we'll invest a little bit in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's how the journey started early 2017.
Oh wow! So you must, if you sold, you must have made out pretty well. Because the end of 2017 is when we saw it, you know, spike up pretty darn high.
Well, I used to trade stocks for 2 years before that. So when I first got in, I really got into day trading crypto.
Okay.
So I learned my lesson. But at the same time, I gained a lot of experience. I used to sleep with one eye open. I set my alarm every hour just to make sure that I'm not going to lose a position. But it was a learning experience because I learned so much about the market in such a short time. And I'm a firm believer in if you haven't been wrecked, like really wrecked, 3 or 4 times, you have no business trading.
Yeah,
in crypto.
That's how you grow. I definitely have like such a very similar story because I got into it early 2017. My friends introduced me to it back when like Bitcoin was not even $1,000, and I was doing the same thing, day trading it, learning on my own. And as I was just, if I just held on for like a couple of months, I would have made so much more than if I like just held on, or then if I was just day trading it. Like the amount it was just jumping up was absolutely insane that year. So
let me tell you a quick story about what happened to my friend.
Okay.
So I convinced my wife to buy Litecoin too, and one day she woke up, she looked me in my eyes and told me she loved me. And you know, we've been married a little while, so it's rare that she looks me in my eyes and tells me she loves me. And her portfolio went up like, you know, crazy. Remember the light? Like she woke up and she just looked at me like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
You know? But on the other side, I had a friend who was day trading. He thought he was an expert because, you know, when you first get into crypto, you think you're an expert after a couple of good trades.
Oh yeah.
So he woke up and he had 1,000 Litecoin and he could only buy back in at 300. So he got wrecked.
And he just held on.
That's the story that I tell people. You know, sometimes patience and not day trading and holding, it rewards you at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like most of the market, at least my community, has joined towards the end of 2017 out of like fear. So they just found my channel and have been watching, I guess, for hope and some support as, you know, they seen the market come down. But a lot of this market has been introduced at the end of 2017. That's when everybody came in. So obviously a lot of people wanted me to just get to this question, but how exactly did you get involved or so involved with the Litecoin Foundation with Charlie Lee? How did you get so close from going from just hearing about cryptocurrency to now being such a big part and such a big influence in the market?
Well, I don't know if I have a big influence on the market, but what happened was, I think I signed up for Twitter in 2009 because somebody told me to sign up, but I never really posted anything until early 2017.
Okay.
Right? So, early 2018, after the bull run, right? And I think I had 80-something followers. And I kept, you know, tagging Satoshi Light, saying, hey. And then one day he liked my tweet, and I remember we were in a hotel, me and my wife, and I was like screaming like a little girl because he liked one of my tweets, right? And then he retweeted, and then I changed my name to Satoshi Light's Bodyguard.
Oh, okay.
The way I work is this, right? I always declare what I want to be until it becomes. Until it happens, right? So I call myself Satoshi Light's Bodyguard, and then
there you are.
Hey, why don't you help me fight the trolls on Twitter? And I said, okay, fine. I'm your Satoshi Light's Bodyguard on Twitter, and then he started to follow me. And so on Twitter, when people start trolling, I started to defend Charlie because, you know, I really believed in what he was doing. And then one day I had a couple of beers, and I DM'd him.
Oh.
And I told him about my life story, about how I'm not smart. I had nothing to offer the Litecoin Foundation. I had nothing to offer crypto. I'm just a noob, you know, but I promise you, if you give me one chance, I will not disappoint you. I will not let you down. And then he said, you got it. And then he invited me to the Litecoin Foundation as a volunteer. And then, and there you go.
And then ever since then, you've just been traveling around promoting it? That's like really awesome. That's really awesome.
Well, see, here's the part that people don't know. So when I got invited to be a foundation, we have a Slack channel, and these are all brilliant people, developers, businessmen, and I'm just not a smart, you know, educated type of guy. I'm just like a determined. If I say I'm going to do something, no one's going to stop me kind of guy. So I realized that I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in because, not because they weren't nice, because they were just too smart for me. So one day, I decided just to go out. I said, you know what? Instead of trying to sound smart I think I need to do what I know how to do best, is to do something that nobody wants to do. So I told Charlie, I said, look, I'm going out for 30 days to 30 different states in my truck, and I'm going to visit people, and I'm going to push for adoption, ignite the fire in people, encourage people. So 1 week later, I put decals in my truck, sold everything, and I took off. And that was, it ended up being 44 days and 10,000 miles, over 10,000 miles in my truck around the United States.
That's crazy. And did you get a lot of, like, I know you've obviously influenced a lot of other people, but like retail investors, you know, big businesses, are they now accepting like Litecoin, restaurants and stuff, or?
Yeah, so all my videos are on my YouTube. All the people, all the restaurants,
that's
all
awesome.
the businesses that I've actually went in and they accept Litecoin as payment. And I also got to meet a lot of, you know, YouTube stars, UFC stars, and I was able to give them Litecoin, you know, experience the transaction speed and everything like that.
You definitely got to hit up Long Island, though. Have you ever been to Long Island? Because that would be pretty cool. I could definitely make a pretty awesome video if you got like a restaurant there to start accepting it.
Where is Long Island? Is that close to New Jersey?
So it's right under like New York City. It's literally right next to it. It's like basically the suburbs to New York City.
I'll tell you what, Hayden. I got a proposition for you. You ready?
All right. I'm listening.
Right. Since I love your energy, I love your passion, and I don't know if you listeners know, you got a big old arm too. You got some birds on you, right?
I've been told a lot. I'm very big into bodybuilding.
Yeah. I can tell you got bigger arms than I do. I got a proposition for you. I have a Litecoin East Coast team in New Jersey and New York. We have about 33, 34 members, and we go out and push for adoption. I would love to invite you to that group so that you can be, you'll know what's going on, what we're planning behind the scenes before it happens.
Can I post some of the content on YouTube? Are the viewers allowed to see, or is it just a secret between us? Or
this is a public invitation
to
the man Hayden. Give some big arms in our group.
I'm with it. I'm down with it. That'd be really cool, though. I'd love to travel with you guys too.
Expect an invitation right after we end this interview, okay?
Awesome. So, like, what, I think you pretty much answered that before with Ethereum, but like, what other coins did you or would you like invest in? Because a lot of people right now have a lot of fear. They're not really sure what to reach out to, and they're really open to, they're vulnerable. They're really open to a lot of, I guess, influence from certain people. They look up to them, and a lot of people also ask, like, what coins besides, you know, Litecoin, Bitcoin, should they be looking at? Are there any other options? Stellar, XRP. There's a lot of different, you know, talk about those like companies.
I think 75% of your portfolio should be either Bitcoin or Litecoin.
Okay.
And everything else should be within top 20.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there's some projects that I really like. You know, like Icon.
Yeah.
ICX is from Korea, and I'm hearing a lot of things in Korea about the partnerships, and I just know how it turns to a project.
Yeah.
You know, so I really believe in Icon. I don't have a huge stake in them, but I hope so. And then I like OMG. I don't know. I just think OMG might do something. I think Ethereum Classic has a bright future, not because it's a great, you know, crypto, but Barry Silver holds. That's the second biggest holding outside of Bitcoin, and Barry Silver owns everything. Digital currency group, they own a part of Coinbase, Abra.
Yeah, that's wild. I love Abra, actually.
So, sometimes I bet on the people who holds a lot of it, because there has to be a reason behind their holding it.
100% true. And Abra's an awesome platform. Like, truly, like, I've started to stray away from Coinbase and use Abra, and now they're doing, which is so crazy. I think Coinbase is like, if you invest $100, they'll give you $10 of Bitcoin. Abra's doing something, whereas if you invest $5, they'll give you $25 back. And I've actually gotten a lot of people to now join Abra because of how much they can get from that. I think it's an awesome platform.
You know, I use Abra. You know how I use Abra? I use Abra to trade, like 5% of my portfolio, 5% of my money.
Yeah.
I use Abra because in Abra everything settles as Litecoin, Bitcoin, or USD.
Yeah.
So let's say I feel like I want to invest in certain coins like Ripple or XLM, but I don't want to support their network. I don't want to support their coin. Well, on Abra, all these coins are just products. It's a synthetic coin. So I'm trading without a guilty conscience because I don't want to support coins that I don't like. But in Abra, I can buy and trade, and at the end of the day,
it's all under Litecoin too. Anyway. Yeah, I did a really cool in-depth video on Abra when it first hit the market, and I was like probably one of the first ones to download it as soon as I heard it. And they said that all of the transactions practically that happen on that exchange is under Litecoin, which is really cool that it helps support them. But otherwise, moving on, it says, with all positive news coming out about cryptocurrency, how come we haven't seen it reflect the price like at all? Or are we seeing it reflect the price? Is like this news that we're getting kindling for like a future Litecoin bonfire?
You know, I'm so bullish on Litecoin because just being with part of the and just being able to talk to different people behind the scenes, everything is just up. Everything is up like exponentially, right? But the price doesn't reflect. And I know what's going on behind the scenes as far as OTC, over-the-counter buys. There's a massive over-the-counter market that does not reflect on the exchanges because the exchanges are coin market cap is last traded price times circulating supply. So these are retail purchases that are reflected on that on coin market cap. So I just think that the prices that we are supposed to see, because there's a price for the masses and there's a price for the classes.
Yeah.
Right. There's the price for the rich people, they know where it's going to go, and then there's the price for the poor folks who are glued to their phone looking at prices every day.
Yeah,
if you look at the activities and adoption and the hash rate and just everything going on behind the scenes, the transaction volume, everything is so up, but yet price is not reflected, so I'm not worried a bit. I think I'm more, like today I tweeted, I said I was wrong. I was wrong about, and sometimes you have to admit when you're wrong. And I said I was wrong about Litecoin and crypto. I thought Litecoin was going to be big, and it was going to change my life, but I was wrong. It's actually going to be epic. It's going to change the world.
Yeah, I'm sure you got a lot of fun from that. That's pretty funny. So then I have like some quotes from other people. So like Sean White said, why do you believe in Litecoin so much out of all the other coins? Why is Litecoin what you chose to back?
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. You know, I opened 15 businesses in 5 years. I know a little bit about business, and I know a little bit about marketing and promoting, right? Look, ICOs, new coins, they claim to be bigger, faster, better, right? But at the end of the day, what's going to win is security and reliability. Bitcoin is the most secure crypto in the world. No one even comes close. Not even close. The hash rate is off the charts. But Litecoin is the king of script. No one comes close to the hash rate of Litecoin in script, right? But here's what gets me. There's only one coin that can say it is the most reliable blockchain in the whole wide world, and that's Litecoin. And let me explain. For 7 years straight, Litecoin has never had a downtime. It never paused. Bitcoin even paused and started 2 blocks back. If you want to be even considered to be in the same ballpark to be the world currency, number one, you need to be secure, number one. Number two, you need to be reliable. That's why I always say Bitcoin is king, Litecoin is prince and the heir.
There we go. So then we have Adam Taylor says, I would like to know if the price of Litecoin is having any effect on the Litecoin developer community. I just saw the recent news of ETC development community throwing in the towel, citing their price lack of funding as the reason. ETC has really tanked on the news as well. So I don't know if you understood that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because the developers that we have in Litecoin are not in it for the money. They're in it for the passion that they have to see Litecoin win. And also, here's another advantage that Litecoin has, right? Every upgrade, every development that Bitcoin gets, we get automatically. That's the genius of Charlie Lee. Charlie Lee could have 1/3 of the team that everyone has, but yet we're the most powerful developer team in the world. Look, before the maximalists go crazy, when Bitcoin becomes upgraded, and they have the best developers in the world, bar none. No one will argue with that. But Litecoin we get that freely, and plus we have our own developers. So if you look at a big picture, Bitcoin developer plus Litecoin developers, I think we have the best developers in the world working on Litecoin. So how can we fail?
Exactly. Another comment was Joshua Penrod said, what steps is Litecoin taking to take this great currency to the next level as far as mass adoption and separating itself from the newer coins out there? I'm pretty sure you answered a little bit of that, but if you could touch on it a little more.
So right now, while other coins are spending money on marketing and paying exchanges to list them, we've done all of that. We're one of the most liquid coins out there. We're on every exchange. Gemini was our last hurdle. We got on Gemini. So we don't have to waste our energy on getting on exchanges and trying to pump or market our coin. There's only one thing left. It's adoption. Charlie doesn't care about anything. All he cares about is adoption and to make sure that Litecoin is ready for mass adoption. Mm-hmm. That's why there's Lightning Network. There's 2 coins on Lightning Network, Bitcoin and Litecoin. There's a reason for that. And Charlie Lee is 2-3 steps ahead of everyone. He's the one that said, implemented SegWit first on Litecoin and talked to the Bitcoin people, developers to implement SegWit. And the prerequisite to be on the Lightning Network is segregated witness. Okay. So, and to answer your question in a deeper way, right now we're working with a huge auto dealership with 14 dealerships, right? Porsche, Maserati, Audi, Cadillac, I'm working on that right now. We're doing a test transaction right now for that dealership to accept Litecoin as payment. Right now, I'm also working with, I can't say the name, a UFC star. Mm-hmm. I'm also working with a NASCAR driver. If you follow me on Twitter, there's a little hints that are being dropped. And there's a future big, another auto group that might be on board whenever we finish this deal with this dealership. So, you know what? Every day we're doing something. We're going out, pushing for adoption. Johnny Litecoin and the East Coast family. We got so many stores, like restaurants, bottles, like wines. These vape stores. We're getting all these people to accept Litecoin as payment.
That's awesome.
I think that if you want to be bullish, you should be bullish on the Litecoin family, Litecoin community, because while people are arguing on social media, we're out there
pushing it,
walking, talking, and pushing it.
Exactly.
So at the East Coast team, you will know when I invite you. There's 2 rules. 2 rules at the East Coast team. I don't care if you're smart. I don't care if you're dumb. I don't care if you're pretty. There's 2 rules. Action speaks louder than words, and passion. That's it. Which I know that you have both those qualities.
There we go. I hope all you guys like that too. So I guess we'll wrap things up a little bit, and then I'll have some other comments with you that wasn't written down. So I asked Bitcoin Ben this too, and I've been getting a lot of people are hurt with what Charlie Lee did and the fact that he told everyone that he sold at the top. And I also understand his reasoning behind selling to be completely out of, he's been in this market for a very long time. He knew things were, a little higher than they should have been. And I understand him selling off at that level and disconnecting himself from the Litecoin foundation or from the Litecoin price itself. So he doesn't really have that influence, or so people don't see that. But a lot of people take that as, like a get in, get out type scheme for himself. And a lot of people are hurt by that. What do you have to say to those people who believe that?
So, I've known Charlie close to a year now. I've been traveling with him quite a bit lately, right? And I always say this, right? You can fake it for 3 months. Like when you meet somebody.
I knew you were going to go there.
Fake it for 3 months.
Yeah.
And then your true self will start bleeding out. After 6 months, 20 to 30% of yourself will come out and you'll get caught slipping.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Close to a year, you might have just blown your cover because you were drunk and you just said things that are like contrary to who you are, right?
Yep.
I must say this, Charlie Lee is one of the most consistent person I've ever met in my life. That's why I know that he's a man of integrity. Look, he's the only one that created a coin with zero pre-mine. Maybe 150 just so the Genesis block can be started, right?
Okay.
But he wanted everything to be fair. He didn't pre-mine. He mined and bought like everyone else. And the reason he's so, right, is conflict of interest. But
there you go.
Who else in crypto can sell, announce it, and to warn people that if they're not ready for a 90% drop to get out of this space?
And he
so
said,
here's the thing. I love this bear market because when everybody was high on greed, that's when Charlie came out publicly and warned everyone.
It's going to 20.
I've been in this space since 2011, all right? And every time there's a huge launch like this, it's followed by a really bad bear market. But nobody wanted to listen to him. Why? Because everybody was in euphoria. Everybody was in greedy heaven, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, where did Litecoin hit? He didn't predict Litecoin was going to go $20, but he said it could fall 90%. Now, when Litecoin hit close to $20, right? 22, I think was the low. Tell everyone the truth, but no one listened.
Very true.
Right? So I just know that Charlie Lee is not a scammer, or he's not doing anything to benefit him, right? Well, listen. Right now, it's all about legacy for him. He wants to be part of changing the world and to bring freedom and truth back to money. And I think that the way his relationship with Litecoin is like a father and a son. So people who've never had a son, they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Look, when you have a son, you really don't care what happens to you. You want what's best for them.
Mm-hmm.
And to be a creator of a coin, I think Charlie's relationship with Litecoin is far deeper and different than anyone can ever imagine, even me.
Wow. I guess to wrap things up, do you have anything besides the questions that I asked that you want to, let out to all my subscribers? Let them know any advice or help or anything of that nature?
Yes, I do. Guys, check this out, okay? This is the most important thing. I understand people are hurting, and I understand that people are, look, I'm avoiding phone calls too. I didn't think Litecoin was going to go below 100, right? But it did. Now, I'm going to have to live with it, right? But here's the thing. If you really want to help, grab a friend, get them to download Loaf Wallet, and then send them $2, $3 of Litecoin. Let me tell you why. Here's the wrong approach. People grab their friends and say, hey, let me tell you about the Fed and how crooked they are. Let me tell you about the blockchain. Let me tell you about Bitcoin. Ain't nobody got time for that. But if you ask them, hey, can you download Loaf Wallet so I can send you some Litecoin? Here's what will happen. You send it to them within 3 seconds, 2.5 to 3 seconds. It will be broadcasted onto the blockchain, and they will see it on their phone. And they will see the... And then they will start asking you questions. What just happened? Peer-to-peer transaction. What does that mean? Oh, we just bypassed the bank. How? Blockchain. What's a blockchain? So you become the person who is answering the question of someone else. The way I learned that is when I was doing cell phone stores, Apple came to train us. And Apple said this: you cannot sell Apple phones in your cell phone store if you don't have a live demo. And we said, why? It says, we believe that if people touch it, feel it, play with an Apple iPhone, that 85% of them will buy it. It's the same thing. I don't care about your knowledge. I don't care about what you have in your head. A person never forgets an experience that they had. So everyone who I gave Litecoin to, they will Go tell somebody about the experience of receiving Litecoin instead of trying to regurgitate information that they heard on YouTube or anywhere else. They'll say, dude, some dude just gave me Litecoin, and like, within 2 seconds, I freaking saw it on my wallet, right? So this is what I want to tell your listeners. Go out. Not everybody can be Charlie. Not everybody can be me. But everybody has Litecoin. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a phone, which means you can send it to somebody and allow them to experience the transaction. Adoption will happen one step at a time from the people on the ground.
Cool. Cool. Otherwise, then I guess I'll hit you up about the East Coast Foundation and them going around. I'm going to be home in the next like month, and then I'll be home for the summer, and we can hopefully work something out.
No, I'll hit you up.
All right.
You,
that works too. I'll hold you on your word for that.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Bro, yeah, thank you so much for allowing me to come on your show. And I just wanted to tell your listeners, man, I enjoy your show. I like your energy. I like the positive energy that you bring to the space. So good luck to you, and hope to see you at the Litecoin Summit 2019 in October.
I will. I'll be there. Don't worry.
See ya.
Peace.